Welcome guys back, my name is Senki from Digislots and today we're talking about the new Rapidmon EX02 deck.
Wait a minute!
The new Rapidmon.
This deck is insane. I talk about the materials that I can't give it the role it should be having in tier 1 or tier 2, but this deck is insane. It is a tier 1 contender. Since BT10 this deck is so generic, so good. Jets if we don't need to be at 1, we know all that, yes, but I really want to show you that, guys. But first, right, left, headbutt the thumbs up button for more awesome content and subscribe to my channel for free. I will do, so I'm having some gameplay videos and my 1000 subscriber special video that comes, so subscribe because we have the huge giveaway to thank you all guys to reaching the 1000 subscribers, and we're going now to the deck profile. Now we're at the deck profile and you see some new cards. Yeah, we're having the new Digimon. Digimon is a new egg coming out in the EX02 set, and it says when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Gilmon, Gromon or Galatmon in its name, draw one. We're counting one draw. This egg is pretty good because we're playing as less rookies as we're playing right now in the Rapidmon deck profile. If you didn't see this from Euro deck profile, he was winning a whole tournament with it. You can look up at my channel, it's my most viewed video. And we playing the Gilmon. This card, pick it up because it will spunk, stikes, stonks, spike, whatever you call it up. This card is pretty high and pretty good. And when attacking, draw one, are two draws in one card, and we love draws in our deck because we are a deck, we need functional cards in our hand and to deal something with their opponent. And we're having as well as our counter card for the new cards with this Beelzemon and other stuff, filling up the graveyards as Beelzstarmon as well, the new Gilmon or the old Gilmon from the starter deck. You can warp Digivolve, and when an opponent's Digimon is needed, draw one. So we're having a lot of draws with these Gilmons and Digimons. As well, you're playing Casamon as in hybrid, Zephymon as in hybrid to boost your security. If there's something swinging into it, Jetsilphymon, the broken card reduced, should be at 1 right now in the ban system, for my opinion, and for other players too, because for one cost recovering 1 is pretty insane. Then we're playing Ophanimon in our deck. You can play as well if you want the Raphimon in the deck, or you can play a 2-box. You have 3 slots there, but I think Ophanimon as a recovering 1 and play something out for a little bit of more aggressivity is pretty dope. Then we're playing as well one new card. You love it, I love it as well. I have an Thaht in my binder and I will throw it into the deck as quick as possibly as I can. Galatmon. Galatmon, if you don't know, if you have a red tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less. You can, if you want to build a red tamer in the deck. I don't play one if you want to resolve the effect, but then you need to play more than one. And when attacking trash, one of your opponent's security stack by for every 10 cards in the trash. In a little bit of mid-game grinding, you're trashing always one security. So you're having 2 security checks with this card is pretty good. Pretty aggressively. And with Beelzemon, like 3 or 4 security going away. As well, we're playing for our grind game. If you have matchups like Beelzemon, you grind a lot and need to shuffle back, or versus Mastermon, you need Susanomon as well in our deck, so you're playing 2 hyper-speeded evolution you can do with this card. And it has security +2 and delete one of your opponent's Digimon. If you need to delete something, if you are having a Mastermon opponent's board and grinding to the last deck cards, you shuffle back 10 cards and delete this Digimon, and then he most of the time scoops. This is pretty good. You can play, if you want, the Destroyer to deleting the opponents. What I mean is Atomic Blaster, the Destroyer card, Atomic Blaster. You can play, but I think Crimson Blaze for new deck coming right now is better because it has reducing the memory cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each Digimon you has in play. So this is pretty good. Worst is the Reaper. Delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less. Your opponent can play Digimon by effects until the end of the next turn. So I think this is pretty good versus other decks. Right now, Milling versus Beelzemon coming out. You can play Atomic Blast as well, but only can delete 2 Digimon. On here, you can delete all of the Digimon with 6000 DP and destroying a whole board. I think it's pretty good. It's got to go expensive because they have a pre-stamp as well. Fireball, it calls here in our TCG. Fireball is a broken card. Like I mentioned, we draw 2 cards would we attack, and this said delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. If this didn't delete a Digimon of your opponent's Digimon, draw 2. So you're promoting your stack, draw 2 cards with Fireball, and swing for security and draw 2 cards. There are 4 cards in total in one turn. Plus you draw for your turn, plus you draw for the evolution, you cycle out through, like, we don't need a mulligan with this card. This is pretty insane. Then it's where we're playing Edens in our deck and Vibrance Breath to having security bombs and dealing with the opponent, like Reinforced Memory Boost helping us as well. I don't play Yellow Memory Boost in here. If you want, you have 2 slots with the Holy Flame if you want, or you can play the little TK to boost your security. But I think Holy Flame, when the Reaper swings 1 Holy Flame, the Reaper can do nothing, and I think this is pretty insane, the card. I don't have slots for the Memory Boost, but I think we don't need the Memory Boost as necessary. Then we're coming to our tamers. We're having 3. We're having TK in our deck as an memory tamer. Look in the security and then adding a card. You have the dual tamer. If you don't like the dual tamer, you can bump 1 TK up and play only 1. But if you have further security in your opponent, you gain 2 memory, and one of your yellow Digimon attacks, you might suspend this tamer to have one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000. It's pretty handy. And so, you know, get something out, recovery. And you're playing a new card in our security control deck. This is also yellow hybrid deck. We're playing Kamiya. If you have 2 memory or less, set your memory to 3. What is pretty dope. That's the reason why we don't play so much TKs. And when a card is added to your security stack, you might suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. So, as I mentioned, you can play other level 6s to combine the power of the card. But overall, this is a deck you can play in the next format in EX02. If we coming to BT9, you can play yellow hybrid as well. This deck would always be good, and I think this is a tier 1 contender as well. Looks pretty dope, and I'm gladfully I got this list from a friend named Frozen. He gave me some shots about this, and I'm coming up with a few new ideas. Thank you very much, Frozen, and I think this is pretty solid. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed Deckprofil. Let me down in the comment section down below what you're thinking about this deck profile. And yeah, we see us in the next video. Have a nice week. Stay healthy as always. Your Senki. Bye.